You know that feeling when you're just stuck? Like, really, stuck in a rut so deep it feels like there's no way out. Well, we're about to dive into a really powerful story about someone who was in that exact spot and how they used a simple but really disciplined practice to climb out of a pretty dark place and into a life of gratitude. Let's get into how they did it. So, this is where the whole story kicks off, with this moment of just raw, unflinching honesty. I mean, this isn't someone just having a bad day, right? This is a person who looked at themselves and realized their own internal state was basically poisoning everything and everyone around them. That's a tough place to be for sure, but that awareness, that's the absolute first step. So you have to ask, how did it even get to that point? Well, it wasn't an overnight thing. It was a vicious cycle. A downward spiral where the worse you feel, the worse you act, and of course, that just makes you feel even worse about yourself. It's a nasty feedback loop. Let's break down what that actually looked like. I mean, listen to those words, gritty, soul-crushing. That tells you everything. This isn't just sadness. It's this heavy, abrasive feeling that's just scraping away at you. And the worst part? It wasn't contained. It just seeped into every single corner of life, especially poisoning the place where we spend so much of our time, work. And here you can see the real-world damage, the fallout from that feeling. It started with patience just going completely out the window. Then all the interactions with people became short, sharp, and just unpleasant. Pretty soon, work relationships were getting seriously damaged. And it got to a point where, in their own words, it crossed the line into being borderline verbally abusive. That's the tangible destructive result of all that internal negativity. But then, right in the middle of that downward spiral, something shifted. There was this moment of clarity, a real turning point where the path forward suddenly split in two. This was it. This was the moment of choice. And what's so powerful here is that this wasn't someone else calling them out. It was a flash of internal awareness, one of those gut-wrenching moments where you look in the mirror and you just do not like the person looking back at you. And that's when it hit them. The pain wasn't just on the inside anymore. It was radiating out, hurting other people, and totally destroying a reputation they'd worked hard to build. It was time to take ownership. And this was the choice, laid out plain and simple. On one side, you've got the easy path, I guess. Just do nothing, let the cycle keep spinning, burn more bridges, and just stay miserable. Or there's the other side, the hard path. Fight back, actively work to change, reframe your whole perspective, and find a way back. Now, it might seem like an obvious choice from the outside, but when you're in that dark place, choosing to fight, that takes an incredible amount of courage. So they chose to fight, and the new mission was clear: rediscover joy. Simple as that. But how? What do you do? Well, the tool they picked for this mission was gratitude. Let's look at how that one simple idea was turned into a real, actionable strategy. Now, it's really important we're on the same page about what gratitude means here. This is not some passive feeling or, a cheesy mantra you see on a pillow. In this story, gratitude is an action. It's a deliberate, disciplined, active hunt for the good things in life, no matter how small they seem. Honestly, you can think of it like a workout for your brain. Okay, so if it's a workout, what are the actual exercises? What does this look like in practice, day to day? This is the how-to, the specific, repeatable actions that really started to turn the tide. And it's so beautifully simple. First, every single morning, you just acknowledge 3 things you're grateful for. Could be your coffee, a song on the radio, anything. Second, you start celebrating the small wins at work or just in life. Actively look for them. And third, and this one is huge, when a good moment happens, you don't just let it fly by. You savor it. You pause and really feel it. That's how you build the muscle. And the result of doing this over and over wasn't just a better mood. It was something way deeper. It was a fundamental rewiring of the brain's default settings. Let's take a look at the profound transformation this whole thing created. The brain's focus literally flipped. Before, the default setting was always scanning for what's wrong, but after this practice, it started actively searching for what's right. A mind that was once totally dominated by negativity became one that was always hunting for joy, and that replaced feeling disconnected with a genuine connection to other people and to life itself. Okay, but let's be realistic here. This isn't a magic bullet. It's not like bad days just disappear forever. They still happen. That's life. The difference is, now there's this powerful tool in the toolbox.
Gratitude becomes like an anchor that helps you navigate the storms instead of just getting swept away by them. It's all about building resilience.
And this quote, this really gets to the absolute heart of it all. The more you look for joy, the more you will find it. It really does become a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you train your brain to look for the positive, you literally start to see more of it everywhere. It's just a beautiful, powerful feedback loop. So we'll end with this question just to turn it back to you. It doesn't have to be anything huge or profound. Seriously. Maybe it's the coffee you're drinking right now, a text from a friend, or hey, just the fact that you took a few minutes to learn something new. So what is it? What is one thing you can be grateful for today?